Hello YouTube, Voan here today, and I'm going to bring you a review of Samurai Shodown for the Super Nintendo Entertainment Systems. So let's see how the game goes. So this is Samurai Shodown for the Super Nintendo, and I'll show you how the game goes. Now, Samurai Shodown is weapon-based fighting games made by SNK at the arcades. So this is a port of that game for the Super Nintendos. Other than Samurai Shodown, there's also Fatal Fury Specials, there's also World Heroes and Art of Fighting that also got impressive ports for the Super Nintendos. And all the arcade ports that were made to the Super Nintendo or any other card-based system is handled by Takara. So let's try and see how this one goes. It's kind of like Street Fighter, but with weapon instead. So let's go to options. Everything's okay. Let's try to slow down the timer. The buttons, configurations. So low slash, high slash, low kick, high kick. I'll just change them to my ways instead. So that's good. And let's start the arcade mode. So Samurai Shodown has 12 selectable characters. One more if you enter the code to play as the boss character. So this is Genan. This is Galford. This is Haomaru, Ukyo, Charlotte, Tom Tom, Earthquake, Nakoruru, Wanfu, Jubei, Hanzo, and Kyoshiro. So, and my favorite is usually either Gian, Haomaru, Nakoruru, or Tom Tom. Actually, I have a lot of favorites, but usually Nakoruru is the one for me. I love this Nakoruru girl. She could fight really fast. Only thing is that she has a short range weapon. And you can see how it plays. Plays really good. There he goes. The control works really good, and the graphics are really colorful. Now, unlike the Genesis and arcade version, fortunately, unlike the arcade version, this one doesn't have the zooming and scalings, because fortunately with a lot of the characters they put in here and a lot of the detail they made to it, it just couldn't handle all that scaling and all that zooming all together. It will pretty much slow the game down, perhaps. And here I'm fighting against Galfur. I beat him one round already. So each character has their own special moves too, and the special moves are really interesting. They are unlike anything we see in any of the fighting games before. There he goes. If you notice, this version of the Samurai Shodown is also censored as well, so there are pretty much no fatalities at all in this version. That's kind of disappointing a little bit, but it's still a fun game. And there she is, Against my hurricane, you didn't have a chance. That's a nice quote there. And now we reach Hanzo. Unlike Galfor, Hanzo is a bit more harder. He has more moves, more techniques than Hanzo. He can throw shuriken. He can make a log out of himself. He can shoot one of those spring fireball at you. It's pretty tough for a ninja. Oh man, he is pretty tough. Oh my gosh. Oh man, he is absolutely more deadlier than Galfor. His stage is really dark, huh? It's almost like an empty village or something. See if I could beat him this time. See, that's the thing. That's the springing fireball I was talking about. I can attack him with my bird too if I want, but that move is a little bit complicated to do because you gotta time the distance. So if I'm near him, the bird will likely not attack him at all. I'll see if I could get him with another character. Poor guy, you don't yet know you lost. Actually, that's a girl, Hanzo. Anyways, let's see. So, I have to enter my initial. Fortunately, it won't fit all of my initials, so just like that. Also, unlike the arcade version, this one has infinite continue, so you can continue as many times as you want as long as you don't give up. So that's like going to the arcade and having an unlimited number of quarters. Alright, so let's try Tom Tom this time. See if Tom Tom fares better. Now I actually know a lot of moves with Tom Tom, so Hattori Hanzo. Let's see. I can see if I can defeat him now. Oh my god, he is strong. He's too good. Come on, throw a scope. Okay. Ah, he blocked that. Oh my god. I love that moves, but I don't know how to perform it. Come on, Hanzo. Oh, come on. Okay, that's good. So finally beat him for one round. Let's see if we could do it again for another. He almost killed me that time too, so oh my god, he kicked me in the face. Ah. Oh my gosh. Ah, he has some really amazing moves there. Come on. Come on, Tonton. Ah. That would do a lot of combos if it actually hit him. Because that move is the swinging sword moves from the arcade version. And Tomtom do not automatically do the sword swing moves. You had to actually control it to get to the character. So if you don't move at all, he'll just swing that thing and not go anywhere. But if you hold forward after you do it, you can, yeah, you can actually kill them with it. I am not going to go near you this time. Oh, come on. It's so close. So close. Ah, he killed me. This guy is so damn hard. Very hard. Another thing I forgot to tell about this game is that Samurai Shodown also got some kind of weapon buster where when two characters had their weapon clash together, you have to like rapidly hit that buttons, and then whoever made the most hits will actually break the busters, and the one that doesn't the one that loses the buster will actually lose their weapons. Unfortunately, none of that happened yet, so let's see if it happens with Jubei. That usually don't happen on this version that much, but we'll try to see if it does. Jubei is also a good fighter. Oh, come on, Jubei, kill him. Yep. Oh no. There we go. There's also this courier man in the background who sometimes came running and throw items at you. Sometimes it could be a bomb, it could be coins, it could be like food that you could pick up to restore your health, all that stuff. So, oh man, I can't believe I have a hard time killing Hanzo here. This guy is really challenging. He performed every single moves in the book to defeat me. Can't believe he beat me in both rounds. I know that your fate is on my side, but that was close. Okay. Let's try Haomaru. Haomaru should be able to beat him. Okay. Angar. Oh my god, this guy is really hard. You have to use strategy to kill this guy. There you go. Yeah, how you feel about my tornado, huh, Hanzo? Here, have a slash. Another thing I forgot to say is that POW meter on the very bottom of the screen. Now that POW meter is really important. That's the temper of your characters. So whenever that POW meter reaches the POW, your characters will be really angry. Really angry that they can perform a very powerful moves if you can manage to hit them with it. Sometimes like that slash I just did. If I am in the POW, that slash that I did will cut off like around 40 or 50% of his health. So that's a good advantage there. Sometimes it could even kill them with 2 hits, but it has to still be in the POW to do it. In later Samurai Shodown games, you could perform super moves with that POW too. Yeah, Haomaru is actually good. So we actually have more chance against Hanzo now. See, if this is not the SNES version, that would be a fatality there. Hanzo will be cut in half if I do that slash. But this is Super Nintendo, so there's no slashing in half here. To call me awesome is an understatement. Yeah, good old Hamaru. Always saying his awesome quotes. And now we got to Earthquakes. So let's see how this brute guy is. Now Earthquake is only in all these arcade ports to home version. The Sega version, like the Genesis and Sega 32X or Sega CD, I guess. Yeah, Sega CD. Sega CD and the Genesis version don't have Earthquake in there. Same thing for the Game Gear version. One of the reasons is because his size is way too huge, and the Genesis and Sega CD version has the camera to zoom in that Earthquake doesn't make it to the lineup. But he's here on the SNES version, so it's cool. He is here, and his stages is also here. And I love that victory pose that Hamaru did, throwing his sword up in the air and clashing in it. Come on, Earthquake, fight! It's a good thing that Earthquake's so huge. He's much more easier to hit. Unlike Nakururu, who's like really small, that's hard to hit her. That guy got an awesome pose too. I love all the animation they did on this game. They got all their moves on the arcade version. They got all their stage, all the music, everything. The only thing is the violence. The violence are not here. There's no fatality. There's no gushing of blood at all. That's okay. It's like I said before, the gameplay matters more. And right now the gameplay is awesome. Oh yeah, I thought I was killed back there, but it seems that my sword is faster. Now that's the thing about samurai games. Samurai games like Samurai Shodown, you have to clash your sword first and able to get the win. Otherwise, if you are like a little bit late, you will get sliced no matter what. Also, like the arcade version, these home version also has those storyline cutscenes, and this one has cutscenes of Hamaza. Every time, like after every 3 or 4 battles, Hamaza will come out to mock you or something, and you just had to get to him and like just beat him to shut him up. And these are the bonus stage where you cut these straw statue thing. Now these things, it's actually kind of complicated most of the time because they don't come up that often, but they are kind of easy. All you gotta do is just slash and slash. And there's Hamaza again, still trying to tell us that he is onto us. Tokugawa, you filth, I despise thee. Now Tokugawa is a popular shogun general back in the Fido era, I think. And yeah, this game made reference to him with that quote. So here it is, Hamaru versus his somehow rival Ukyo. Ukyo fights by turning his back on you. So that's interesting. One of the reasons for that is that he don't want his face to get sliced. He don't want to lose that pretty face of his. So he's actually more like the Vega of this game, the one who wants to be pretty and keep his face pretty. Unlike Vega, however, Ukyo is a good guy. And Ukyo is also kind of fast. The only thing kind of complicates me about Ukyo is that all his moves are really hard to perform, especially his Rising Phoenix attack. I could never get those Phoenix out of his swords. However, that apple slice attack is good. I usually do that more, but... Oh, there it goes. He cut the apple and I just went directly to it. Oh, yeah, that's the Phoenix attack I was talking about. Yeah, that Phoenix... It's a good thing I was able to kill him before he'd do it. Okay, so let's see how far we could get to it. So to call me awesome is on. So let's have one more match and then I'll give my opinions after. So Hamatsa actually is coming for us now. What the? Let's wish. There he is. Call me Hamatsa. Hamatsa! Nice name. Howard actually admires that. A strong one like you will do just fine serving the dark guy. Sorry, I'm kind of a free agent. Sorry, wrong answer. Guess he is very mad. Alright, so Kiyoshiro. Kiyoshiro is a kabuki fighter, so... he's a kabuki dancer, yeah, but he's also a fighter, so let's see if we could beat him. Kiyoshiro is very easy to beat, however. It's not very hard like Hanzo and them. There we go. Yeah, my tornado actually hit him, so that's good. Yep. You mess with Haomaru, you got to eat his tornado. That cyclone slash is awesome. Now the tornado will not hit him if the opponent is too close to you, so I can understand it. We've been fighting for so long and the weapon buster never happens. I guess in the SNES version you don't really have to expect anything of it. The courier guy usually never come too. There's like rare times where we will see him, but he doesn't really come on this version. So this version of Samurai Shodown also has a 2-player versus mode, so if you want to play versus with a friend, you can actually do that. And by doing that, you could also play as the boss Hamatsa on that mode too, with the code. So this game actually has all 13 characters in there. It's too bad you can't play as Hamatsa in arcade mode, otherwise that's just a disappointment there. There he goes. Kill Wanfu. Okay, let's see if I could win this match. Aw, man. Now this guy could throw his weapon at you. There are some characters like Wanfu in this game that knows how to throw the weapons at you, and they won't be able to use their attacks unless they pick up their weapons. Or they won't be able to use their special moves on you unless they have their weapons. Because in this game, without weapons, you're nothing. Come on. Yes. Now I could never beat this guy on. I could never beat this game on hard mode. So at 4 difficulty, medium difficulty, yeah, that is the only thing I'll go for. All right, so we'll end this review on this match, and I'll see how I like it. So to call me awesome is an understatement. Very cool. Alright, so there it is. Samurai Shodown for the Super Nintendo. My opinions on this game: the control works good, the graphics are very nicely detailed and slightly zoom out, so the character sprites will actually look kind of smaller compared to all the other versions, but it plays really well. So it's also one of my favorite fighting games on the arcades, and I'm glad that I finally got it on for the Super Nintendo. So I just really enjoy this game. It got all the 13 characters in there, including the bosses. So you could play if you know the code, you could play as them in the versus mode. There's also an extra countdown mode, kind of like a time trial mode, where you could go and see how many characters you could defeat in an amount of time they given. So that is also cool too. All the endings from the arcade versions are also in this game. So I love that cover arts right there, the cartridge arts. Really awesome. Feels kind of like, if you look at it, man, that's a cool looking arts of Hamaru there. So it's actually, it looks kind of like a Neo Geo card but smaller. So, and I'm glad that Takara was able to make a faithful translation, a faithful port of this for the Super Nintendo. I'll be soon getting the Genesis version as well. So yeah, it plays great, it looks good, it has all the characters. It has the weapon buster features in the arcade version in there too, although it never really happened on my playthrough there, but it is in the game. So if you play it, sometime it'll happen. It has that all the cameo characters like Kuroko the referee in the backgrounds. It has that courier man who kept throwing items at you, and yeah, it is a really fun fighting game. So if you are a fan of fighters, especially weapon-based fighters like this one, or 2D fighters, this is a good game, and it's a good addition to the Super Nintendo library. So my final words on this game: if you love 2D weapon-based fighting games, then feel free to get this Samurai Shodown game for Super Nintendo. It plays good, it looks good, it has all the storyline cutscenes from the arcade version all in it. So that's a good thing I like about this game. You get almost everything in there. And each character has their own endings, have their own story of why they actually are in the game. So that's a good thing. And there's not really much anything that got cut off from the game. You, aside from the violence and all the more detailed animations of the arcade, everything is pretty much in here. So if you bought this and just want to play for the gameplay and the characters and the story and stuff, then you pretty much have your Samurai Shodown here. And to me, this is an 8 out of 10. If I have to give it a score, 8 out of 10 is what I'll give to this. The control works really good, so I have no problem playing this with this right here. This controller works really well with this game. So that's all I have to say. Join me on my next reviews. So you have a great day.